back to Miss Pretty Plants. I am super excited to share with you these beautiful tulip bulbs that I'm planting in my front garden bed this fall. It's a nice fall day today. It's almost the end of September, and I think it's time to start planting these tulips in my garden for a spring show. So these ones are Parrot Tulips, and I'm really excited because I've never seen these tulips before, and I was able to pick up a couple of bags from my local Canadian Tire a few weeks ago. And look at all these beautiful colors on these tulips. They are just super interesting. They've got a lot of variation of colors. There is like a pink and orange one. There is a yellow and pink. There is blue and almost like a red orange. There is a really intense purple, and it's got a little green in it. There is a pink with white and gray almost. There is a white with green, and then there is this yellow with like a vibrant red and green. So I've never seen these colors before, and I'm really excited to plant these in my garden. And based on the instructions, so these bulbs should be planted about I think 6 inches deep. So I'm planning to plant them a little bit deeper than that due to the squirrels. I don't want them digging them out, and I heard that if you plant them up to 8 inches deeper, a little bit deeper than what's suggested, it's harder for them to get to it. And then so these just look so divine that I can't wait to plant them in my garden. And then it's recommended to plant tulips with different bloom times. So there are some early bloomers, and some bloom mid-spring, and some bloom late spring. So this one here it says it is a late spring bloomer. So that's what this packet says. So I think this is going to come out of the ground late. So it's good to know that. And I think when we look for bulbs, that is one of the first things I look for is the bloom time. And sometimes we don't pay attention to that, and you see tulip bulbs blooming everywhere, and you wonder what happened to your tulips, and they are just the late blooming ones. So these ones here will be blooming late spring. So I'm really excited to put these out in my garden and see how these colors unfurl next year. I just hope that the squirrels don't get to them, and I'm able to enjoy them in my garden next year and for many years to come. The other tip I heard was planting daffodil bulbs along with your tulip bulbs, just to deter the squirrels, because they don't really like daffodil bulbs. They are poisonous to them. So I might put in some daffodil bulbs around these tulip bulbs. I'm not decided. I have these really pretty double yellow daffodil bulbs that I also picked up, so I might add those to it. I think the yellows will really pick up on the other yellows that are in this package here. So and the daffodils will also bloom a little bit earlier than the tulips, so it might be a good combination to add to this mix of bulbs. I just wanted to take this time to share with you these tulip bulbs, these Parrot Tulip bulbs that I am planting in my garden, and really excited to share with you these beautiful tulip bulbs and the different colors, and show you where I will be planting these in my area that I am thinking about planting these tulip bulbs. This is a brand new flower bed that I created last week, and I've planted a bunch of bobo hydrangeas as well as little lime hydrangeas and coneflower mixes. So I wanted to add something that is going to be a drift of color in the spring. So I will be lining this bed with these tulip bulbs, and most likely in groups of 5 or 7 interspersed in the middle portion of this bed, in between all these gaps, so that when the blooms die off and the foliage is kind of remaining, all of these other plants are going to start growing and take over in late spring. So I just wanted to show you the section where I would be planting the bulbs for the Parrot Tulips. I might also, if I have some left, I might also take them over on this side so that there is a bit of a continuation, and maybe take some over on this side as well. Not too sure how it goes. I will start planting shortly and put them in the ground. So fall is a great time to plant your bulbs and get your garden ready for spring. So this is the last chore, planting chore that I have remaining, and I wanted to get that done today and share with you the tulips that I was going to plant in this section. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more such videos and updates. Thank you. To show you how I am planting these tulip bulbs, I dug a little hole that is about a good size to fit about 9 bulbs in it, and I've placed these tulip bulbs in there. I think the hole is about 4 to 6 inches deep, and I will be filling these up so the root side is what goes down. This is the root part, so this is the one that will face down, and the tip is what faces up. So it's always nice to plant tulips in like a drift of an odd number. So here I have 9 bulbs, but you can do 5, 7. So it always looks good when there is a nice grouping of tulips that appear instead of like a line of tulips or just like one straggly tulip displaced throughout your bed. So this looks a lot more interesting in the garden. So I would recommend that you do groupings, odd groupings of tulips throughout your bed, so that there is like a nice drift of tulips as they grow. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill this with soil over and cover it with mulch. You can also add bone meal in here to deter squirrels if that's an issue in your area. I mean, this is in my front yard, so there isn't a lot of squirrels here. I would definitely do something different in the backyard, but here I think these should be okay and more discreet here because there's a lot of foot traffic around this. So yeah, so this is where I am planting my Parrot Tulip bulbs, and I wanted to show you how I was doing this process. Thanks so much for watching. Another hole I made, and I put 5 bulbs in here, so you space it out and put 9, 7, 5 depending on the size you have. So trying to create a drift of them. So I'm finding all the gaps in between my plants, and I am placing these tulip bulbs in there, as you can see. So here I have created more of a trench going down this gap here. So this is another style in which you can plant them. I think I'm gonna put random bulbs all across, most likely not in a straight line, although this trench looks like it's a line, but you can stagger them and put them all throughout to create a drift of tulips in here. So that's what I am doing with this section. So I just wanted to also show you another way in which you can plant them. So I'll show you how I will be placing these tulips in here. So you can just randomly like place them, like they could just go randomly like this, so that you know, you could have a bunch of these bulbs planted all at once in this spot. So yeah, this is another way in which you can do this. It doesn't have to be perfect. Some of them can be in a line. It's almost good as, you know, place them as you throw them, and where they land you just you just kind of place them just like, you know, they would be found in nature. Like the flowers just happen to be there. So yeah, this is how I am placing them in here, as you can see. And I will be covering this up with soil and mulch, and this part would be also done. So I've already finished planting 40 of them, one bag, and it gave me coverage on this bed, so I've planted them all throughout this bed, and it's gonna be really nice. So here are some other colors of tulips that I bought to match these Parrot Tulips. I only had 2 bags of Parrot Tulips, which I am done planting most of it on the bed near my walkway, and I did plant a few more in this bed here, and I am done with the Parrot Tulip bulbs. But I also have some other varieties that I bought recently, and these are perfect pair tulips. They are together in a combination, so this is pink and yellow tulips here, and I really like this combination because it's very bright, very spring-like, and also have this one which is more of a purple and a pink and a white duo in here, and also this variety which has 6 bulbs, but they are a different mix of colors. So I think all of these colors pull in all of these colors of the Parrot Tulip. So together this will kind of put on a nice show for me, a nice colorful vibrant show in spring. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm done planting the Parrot Tulip bulbs, so I'm going to take these and more or less scatter them in this long bed that goes towards my road, so it will be a nice color display more towards the front in this bed. So that's what I'm planning to do, and plant these. And this one doesn't really say if these are early or late blooming tulips, but I think that these might be mid-spring or might be earlier than Parrot Tulips, because the other one did specify that they were late spring. So I think these ones might bloom before this one, so which is fine. I think it'll be a nice drift of color throughout spring in the garden, and I'm happy to add these to my bed. And I also have some allium bulbs that I might be adding, giant allium bulbs that I might be adding probably to the middle of this garden, just to add a little bit of height and late spring into summer interest as well. And then I do have a lot of daylilies in this bed, so it kind of will stagger the flowering effect from spring into summer. So quite excited. And a lot of these roses also start flushing out their first set of blooms in spring. So this part here will be colorful in the spring with the tulips, and also these roses putting on their first show. So there will be lots of color in this garden come spring. So excited to put these in the ground and get them planted for fall. So yeah, I just wanted to share with you all of these tulips that I'm planting today, and the colors that they are and how they would be working together in different areas of my front garden. It's always nice to have this punch of color in the front, and I personally enjoy my front garden more in the spring than my backyard, because I'm always out here, and it's still quite cold to enjoy the backyard. So I do spend a lot of time on my porch and start observing the plants coming back to life. So it's really nice to see the color as you go in and out of the house, and have these spring bulbs greet you with so much color. So thanks again for watching this video. I am so excited to have these tulips in my garden, and even more excited to plant them in my new bed, so that I can see a very different visual next spring, and see how they're going to turn out for me in this garden. And also very excited to share this with people walking on the street and walking by my house, and and part of that gardening joy is also bringing that vibrancy and joy for others. For me, you know, I really enjoy, you know, when people walk by, they stop and they admire your garden, or they chat with you about your garden, or you have a plant exchange and you talk about different plants in your garden. And I've made a lot of friends in my neighborhood based on just planting exchange and conversations about the garden. So it's a really good way to engage with, you know, strangers that are walking down your street. And plants and flowers, they bring happiness to a lot of people, and especially when we are ending the, you know, the cold months, it's nice to be greeted by color. So very excited, will remind me of Amsterdam, Holland, and really excited to plant these tulips in the ground. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates from my channel. Please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you want more videos and updates from my garden. So thanks for watching, Miss Pretty Plants.